Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman and these are the market positions for November the 15th, 2017. Now our first trade for tonight is going to be in the Forex market. We're again looking at selling New Zealand dollars. Now in yesterday's trade we were doing New Zealand US. We had a big move to the downside based on the VantagePoint setup. And we have a similar situation forming here. Our medium term crossing over our long-term predicted difference in the opposite direction in which the market's moved. We've got support now coming in at about the 110 level. Our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences. Now our neural index also confirming that we are likely going higher. We're at 54.6 on the predicted RSI, recovering from mildly oversold territory. I wouldn't even call that oversold, but we have basically a good area of support is formed here, and our medium-term trend is starting to turn back to the upside. So when we look at our short-term crossover from VantagePoint off of this support that I've drawn in, we can see we're starting to move back to the upside. Our medium and long-term crossovers are not confirmed yet, but a short-term play does point towards further New Zealand weakness or Aussie strength. So from here, all we have to do is go in and utilize that all-important daily report to fine-tune tomorrow's entry point. So with our close of 110.95, we're looking for a minor pullback to 110.56. We're then targeting 111.38. So a little less than 100 pip move here. And of course here, guys, looking at this known area of support, we want to make sure that stops are at least 30 to 40 pips below the 110 area, as ultimately we would be looking for a return back towards this 113 area. Now our second trade for tonight is going to be again in the US non-cyclical sector. We had a very nice move today on our Dr. Pepper Snapple stock from yesterday, so we're going to focus more on the consumer non-cyclical right now. This time of year these stocks usually do fairly well. Now when we look at this particular signal from VantagePoint here, we can again see our medium-term and long-term predicted differences basically bottoming out here. Our neural index turning higher, warning us that we're likely getting ready for a reversal back to the upside. Now our critical vantage point level is 978. We're closing at 976. So once again, this is the third time in the last several trading sessions that we've been banging up against this vantage point 18-day predicted moving average. But now we have our medium and long-term predicted differences starting to advance past the zero line with the assistance of the neural index, and we are coming out of heavily oversold territory. We're at 46.3 on the predicted RSI, but we're recovering here. So we're basically looking at getting into this particular trade early, and I'll notice with the trade on Dr. Pepper Snapple that even with the equities having a bit of a down day, that stock still had a very nice move today. So when we look at this particular trade, our short-term crossover is advancing with the predicted differences. Our medium-term crossover is just crossing the trigger now. So we're looking at an early entry point here with a lot of activity around 954. And our long-term predicted crossover has not completed yet, but it certainly looks like it's getting ready to, with again a lot of activity around 959. So I can pretty much tell you where we're looking to buy this. With that close of 976 for tomorrow, we're looking for a pullback to 954. We are then targeting 984. Now, when we look at this particular stock, all stops should be below $9 per share. And I will further point out that over the last, just over the last 2 months, this stock has been at $11.20. So even if we can pick up 60, 70, 80, 90 cents a share, or even $1 a share on a $10 or $9 stock, that is a very good return on a percentage basis.